Hello everyone. Today I'm going to plant the elephant garlic in the garden. I'm going to show you the way I plant the elephant garlic out. I plant it in my partially raised beds. I turn over the soil, removing all the weeds. Add some garden compost, which is homemade garden compost. I then rake it in and then sow the garlic. I've separated the cloves already. As you can see, there's some quite large cloves come off the bulb. So it's looking quite promising to get an even bigger bulb next year. There is some small ones. I'll plant them on the outside. Doesn't matter if they don't come or anything, but it'd be nice to get another couple of big ones out of it. This was the average size of the ones I planted last year, and I've ended up getting some of these ones. I'll plant these ones together, all the large ones together, and then all the small ones together. The spacings I use is 12 to 14 inches. I've got a bit of wood to use to as a guide, and I'll show you how it's done. Thank you. So I'll explain you a little bit about the compost I use on my garden. This is a 3-bin system I use. In the first bin is where I add all the green waste and brown waste. Green waste being any unused vegetable tops that come out of the garden, and the brown waste is mainly built up of chicken waste. That consists of wood shavings, chicken manure, and some straw. Not a lot. I add equal parts of each, so each layer consists of green waste, which is like the likes of cabbage that doesn't get used, bits of lettuce and any other bits of green waste that come out of the garden. I add no weeds whatsoever to this, because I don't want to be transferring weeds back onto the garden. Then it gets added a brown layer. Then each layer is built up over a few months. Once this bin's full, it then gets transferred to this empty bin. As you can see, it started to break down into a nice brown texture. The worms do a lot of work breaking it down, and then after a few months, it then gets transferred into this bin. This bin is fully broken down. As I say, it takes about 4 to 6 months. That's how long I leave it. And then once this is ready, it gets spread over the garden onto the garlic beds and whatever else needs it. I do tend to spread it quite sparingly because it's very rich. You don't want to add too much of it to the soil. I don't know if you can add too much of it to the soil, but I don't, and I seem to get quite good results out of it. I do get asked quite regular on a lot of social media sites how I grow the veg so big. Partially I think it's down to the compost that I use on the garden. This being it. Partially down to the stock that I get from different people and different companies. I do use a lot of exhibition seeds, and I do use a lot of seeds from top growers of the country. But I'll show you how I spread it on the garden. So I've got my bucket of compost. I'm going to scatter it over this bed here and rake it in. So I've got a stick marked out at 30cm spacings. I'm going to sow them quite far apart as the benefit from being given more space, so I'll give it a go. So the soil's quite loose, pushed in down to about 4 inches down. So I'll sow the big ones in this row. Same again for the rows, 30cm apart. Come on. Push it in. So that's a garlic now planted. I'll now mark each row with the plant label, and then I'll lightly rake over the top just to cover the cloves. Then I water the plants very sparingly. So that's a garlic planted. They'll get watered when it's very dry. They don't require a lot of water. They tend to cope quite well outside. Thanks for watching. Cheers.